So this is going to be my first video on Paladins, and I'm going to be complaining. Yes, complaining. So, what I really want to talk about is not the bugs. That's been done over and over. I've become numb to the flying terminuses. I've become numb to the horrible top play where I'm watching their feet only. I cannot care more because Paladins has just lowered my standards enough where I'm like, you know what? I don't think I really care about this. So yeah, the bugs aren't the problem anymore. I don't care about the skins. You're gonna kill them either way. It doesn't care if they look flashy or not. I'm still going to blow them to bits. I don't care about matchmaking either. I have stayed clear from ranked. I have learned my lesson long ago that ranked will want me to split my skull open after 3 games. What I really want to talk about is diversity in Paladins. And it's not like racial diversity or who's gay or who's not. It's gameplay diversity I really want to talk about. And here's my main point. Diversity is important for Paladins because it's what makes Paladins Paladins. Overwatch, you can't really change anything. Paladins, you had cards, you had items, you had talents that essentially makes your gameplay different. And what Evo Mojo is doing is gutting it. And I'll explain this more. I'll use my example. My main example is Maldamba. I am a Maldamba main. Well, I was. And since, if you could guess what I'm talking about, I mained not Maldamba, but Wikono's Curse Maldamba, which I consider a different champion at this point. Kind of like Flank Pip. Curse Maldamba was amazing. Essentially what it did, if you don't remember it, because most people just don't ever play it, and you could tell from the better meta that I'm in the minority for maining Curse. It essentially allows you to poison people, kind of like Sky, but not in like a aggressive take 50%. It's just a set 520 or some 520 or 80. I forgot. It's been so long. It's been 2 months and I've already forgotten. But yeah, it does a little bit. It does a little bit of damage, and that's all. And you might think, well, who cares that got taken away? The problem is, this little mechanic that allows you to use the healing as a damage instead actually changed stuff a lot. If you really did try to see it, this talent was actually really good. Maldamba's problem was that his range is crap. His weapons arc, his snake arcs, everything except for the heal will arc. And making this damage like basically an instant cast straight line made it a really good dismounter. No matter where you are, as long as you're pointing at them, you will damage them from any point away, effectively dismounting them, and voila, you have basically just crippled one person from getting where they want to as a healer. And that's cool. Another thing you could do was Chronos. Chronos scaled how much times you could use this curse. And it also scaled how much times you could use the gourd, how much times you could use your dash, how much times you could heal. This all piled in as like a big gumbo pot of how good Maldamba, the curse Maldamba would be. You amplified your damage, your healing, your getting away with Chronos. And that really makes the game, this kind of gameplay fun. You would be able to run away, gourd, damage them with the gourd, heal in the gourd, and basically just, harass them like a flank would, while healing people if you didn't find anyone. And talking about flanks, Curse was amazing at taking out flanks. Maves, you could run. If the curse got you, you were dead, because even if you were running away, the curse would still be affecting you. And if you were still running away, since it was an instant cast, you could cast it multiple times with Chronos 3. And I have taken out many EVs, many Maves using this tactic, because it doesn't matter how much you're dodging. If you got the damage over time on you, you were pretty much dead by the time you started to run. Of course, this also works with snipers. There's many a time where I could, make the Strix start hiding again because I would curse him to like half health, which was actually pretty cool to know that I was like, being a part of the team, keeping the sniper on edge. Now, what they replaced it with was Ripened Gourd, which they stopped it from the 50-50 chance of, not procking, 50-50 chance to proc again, but they replaced it with the essential copy of Spirits Chosen. Spirits Chosen added health that you would add whenever you healed. Ripened Gourd made the heal double. Now, you might not find anything wrong with that. You're like, that's a gourd. That's different. That's a different ability than the healing. I forgot what it's called. The snake's healing beam. But I say it's actually just a copy. The problem is they're both healing talents. They do nothing but to amplify how much Maldamba can heal. And my problem is, this could have been a card. Yes, there could be a little card that says, add plus number to your gourd's healing per second. And that would have been fine. This talent of doubling the healing was so basic, so brain dead. I would have thought it'd be in a card. I would have put it in the same category as adding 150 or 50 health, because this was honestly should have just stayed as a card. So yeah, this is my real problem. They're making it boring, and this is what Ripened Gourd could have done. Is doing to Maldamba, one of the most diverse, most original champions in Paladins. They're turning him into like a heal bot, like Ceres, which sucks. Yeah. To be honest, they could have changed up. They could have changed Ripened Gourd. Here's an idea I have made up in my head right now. They could have made Ripened Gourd spread like Tira's firebomb, and that would have been interesting. That would have been cool. It would spread around, and people would get healed by it. It wouldn't be like make it 2 times larger. No, the gourd would start like leaking everywhere, and it would be cool to be like, holy moly, my gourd has now covered the entire 1.5. And that's a lot more interesting than having double heals. Is having like, or having the gourd on. I don't know what Evil Mojo is doing. So, yeah, essentially what they've done to Maldamba is slaughtered him to make him, they're just putting him in one category. Another example would be removing Zin's retaliation and not Yomi, which just adds damage. F of Florence was awesome. You know how cool it was just to be, walking around as Grover and healing with it? That was cool. Freebooter, although this might be a weak point, Freebooter was still kind of cool, although I sometimes didn't appreciate being teleported without knowing that the Dredge has put another teleport around. So yeah, that's the real problem with Paladins. We need to not that we should stop talking about the bugs, the skins, the matchmaking. Those are all problems that Evil Mojo should figure out. But the game's diversity is also really important because it's what makes Paladins Paladins. And I feel like if you're gonna make a healer just heal, That's a real problem, because what if you want to do a damage roll? Now, yeah, I guess that's my point. Paladins should stop doing stuff like this. Make the game more interesting. And if it's not meta enough, make the interesting more meta. So, yeah, that's just my point. The game needs to be more. Evil Mojo needs to keep the game fun, not meta. Because if the game was just meta, we would just have Vivians with opportunity and chaos, because that is actually meta, but no one likes it. And yeah, that's all I gotta say. This is my first video on Paladins. Thank you for listening. I hopefully will make more videos like this. Yeah, maybe I'll do some champion concepts. I got some in my head. Maybe I got some nerfs, concepts for remaking, funning up champions, stuff like that. Well, yeah. All right. If you got any ideas on or agree with me, I guess comment down below, stuff like that. Thanks for watching. See ya.